Tamlin. Okay, a dirty, conniving, sneaky ass bitch.
1, 2, 3.
With this week's video, which is going to be a weekly vlog of me reading fantasy books for a week because I want to get back into my fantasy girl era. But there's one exception to this video. I'm finishing Daisy Jones and the Six. I'm about halfway through it right now. Clearly have been loving it. I did start tabbing it. I do have the movie cover. I don't want to talk about it. This is like the one exception. Other than that, we will be reading fantasy for a week. There's going to be some options because depending on how I like some books, obviously it's going to lead into me reading other books. There's options and we're going to get into it. And then depending how these ones go, it'll factor into if I choose other ones. So I'm kind of in a romance-ish mood. Not really, so this kind of combines romance and fantasy. And we have Curse of the Wolf King. This is the first book in the Entangled with Fae series by Tessonja Odette. Sorry, I definitely butchered that, but this is basically a fae fantasy retelling of Beauty and the Beast. Sarah Caroli raves about, I believe it's Heart of the Raven Prince, and that one is the Cinderella retelling. The next one I have here, I have not seen literally anyone talk about, and I found it on Amazon and read the description, and I was like, wait, that kind of sounds good as shit. And then I realized it was only a duology, so then I was like, wait, it sounds good as shit. So like maybe I should pick up the second book anyways since it's a duology, and that is All the Stars and Teeth by Adeline Grace. I have heard about Adeline Grace, have not heard people really talk about this duology. It is Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. I had this book a while ago, then I got rid of it because I was like, it was when I started reading and I only really cared about romance and thrillers, and this is definitely neither of those. So I ended up getting rid of it, and then I bought it again once I started reading fantasy, and I actually was like, oh shit, I actually like this. But yeah, it's a little thick. This one I think I'm definitely going to read this week, but I'm not gonna finish. I think it'll just kind of be a read like throughout the week thing, like take a break from other books, read this one, and that's Akamaw, or A Court of Mist and Fury. So I just finished A Court of Thorns and Roses and gave it 4 stars. I ended up really loving it. So of course we have this one, and even if I do pick up this one, and let's just say I happen to finish it, I do have Aquawar. So it's not like I'll have to spend money, you know? So this is definitely one that I'm going to pick up. This is This Woven Kingdom by Tahira Mafi. She is a little thick, and the second one isn't out yet, which is another reason why I don't really want to start this yet, because I feel like if I read this now and the second one's not out, I end up having to probably reread this by the time the second one comes out to remember what happened. So I don't know about reading this one yet, but I've heard so many good things about it recently. But the other one is Kingdom of the Wicked, but again, I run into the same problem with this as I do with these 3 books, in that I don't own the second, or in this case the third. I have to see. So finish this, and then I'll probably finish this before tonight, and we can pick up one of the fantasy books tonight, which will probably be Curse of the Wolf King. We're getting settled down for the night. It's 8:30 and we are going to finish Daisy Jones and the Six. I'm kind of debating on if I drink a Red Bull and just stay up for as long as my mind will possibly allow me, because it's not like I got school to do tomorrow, so like I'm tired and just sleep all day. It's 12 o'clock on the dot, and that was the cutest ending, the cutest and saddest ending ever. I'm gonna go back through and add tabs for it, because I just went through and highlighted it, and then I'll add all the tabs. But like I said, it's almost 2 a.m. I just started Curse of the Wolf King. I'm on chapter 2, page 7. Wow. I'm gonna try because like I feel like I'm just like half delusional, because I don't know, like I feel like I can't fully think right now. I've made it to all of 2:30, page 40. I think I'm on chapter like 5. I'm on chapter 5, page 40, and I can't like, I can maybe stay up for like another hour, but it's getting to the point where I'm not really comprehending what I'm reading. I'm just kind of like skimming over everything. And I've kind of been slowly making my way through this. I'm 100 pages in. I feel like I've been reading for so long, but I've only been reading for like 3 hours today. I went to sleep last night at like page 40, 50. So I've read 50 pages in 3 hours. That's so bad. I'm gonna separate these clips for my editing sake. I found out that there's a whole trilogy before this series. And I have seen the trilogy before, the Fair Isle trilogy. I did not know that. I've seen those covers. It's like to carve a Fae heart, to wear a Fae crown, to spark a Fae war. And those 3 trilogies, those 3 books are what lead up to this universe. Okay, it's 9:41. We're making a bit more progress. Okay, now that I'm looking at it, not really. On chapter 17, 145. 10:30, and we are officially halfway through the book. We're on page 207, chapter 23. Okay, it's like 12:10. We're on page 300, chapter 33. I have like, I don't know, 100 pages left. Enjoying this book. I think I'm maybe like a 3.5. Like, I'm not in love with it. Like a 4. I think I'd give it a solid like 3.75. I have like 20 pages left. It's 1 a.m. But these last 20 pages are so painful to read. Because Gemma is just so stupid. Definitely a 4-star. The ending kind of like solidified that it's a 4-star. This is all the light we have. You will have to bear with me. It's like 10:40, and to be honest, I'm kind of ready for bed. Just hit chapter 19. I have a claw clip at the top of my hair, by the way. It's holding back my pink, so my hair looks weird, that's why. Page 205. And I'm guessing this is when it starts to move really fast and everything happens. And now I don't want to stop, but I'm so tired. Finish this bad boy. I think there's like, I'm on chapter 19. 205, so the same place I was when I last talked to you guys. But I think it's like 8 hours left in the audiobook. Oh my god, you can't even like see my eyeballs. But I still can't believe I'm doing this. Like, I can't believe I'm reading a book this thick right now. This monster is going insane. Look at I haven't braided my hair since I got it all cut off. Look at how tiny the braids are. They're so cute. He's going nuts. We are like halfway through now. That's so crazy to say. It's 12:30. There's like 6 hours left in the audiobook. We're halfway through. I went through. He's mad at me because I threw away the rest of my fries instead of giving them all to him. What couple we're supposed to be rooting for, but I'm definitely rooting for Feyre and Rhysand right now. Or Rhysand. I'm not gonna lie, I have a problem. I bought 10 more books. Okay, we're taking a little break here. We'll definitely be done tonight. It's like 4:30 on chapter 43 of 70. That's how much we have left. Oh my god. Wow. I have never wanted to pick up another 700-page book more than I do right now. Oh my god. Fuck. Tamlin. Okay. You dirty, conniving, sneaky ass bitch. No. Fuck Tamlin. Fuck Lucian. Fuck Ianthe. Fuck all of Springcourt. Oh, some bitches. Some dirty ass, sneaky ass, two-sided bitches for that. I just want ACOWAR in my hands so bad right now, and I really don't think I could pick up another book. And I laughed at points in this book. I laughed. It was so funny. And then like talk about like what wing, you know how people say like, oh, big feet mean big socks. Them like twisting that, I feel like, oh, what big wingspan means. And they were like, oh, and pull out a measuring stick when we get home. Like, oh, it was so funny. And just that group, it's just, guys, this is, whoa, my eyelashes look long as hell from this angle. This is surreal. Like, now I'm gonna put them away. Oh my god. Before I left the house, I got up to chapter 15, page 142. So, I think I'm just gonna listen to this while I try to eat food. I'll probably take a bath and listen. And I want to do like my diamond art. Just like stuff to keep me occupied, but I don't have to leave my bed. Okay, I don't know what time it is anymore. I think it's like 4:35. This is where we're at. We got a lot left. We're approaching halfway though. We're slowly getting there. We're not approaching halfway. Actually, like 100 pages off from halfway. Yep, that's the update so far. I can't really give you guys many updates on what's going on in this because it would all be a spoiler. So, I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure this book isn't gonna end on a cliffhanger because originally, I think I mentioned this in this video, that this series was originally just a trilogy. So I feel like it'll be done after this book. Listen, I gotta brush my curls out still. All I gotta say, I'm no longer Team Tamlin like I was in the first book. But if you've read ACOWAR, chapter 44, the meeting with all the courts, right? Tamlin has some balls, He is one ballsy motherfucker. This is how much we have left. I'm gonna pay technically chapter 45 because I think there's like 5 minutes left in the chapter. Page 426 of 699. Okay, I'm on chapter 50. I have 4 hours left in the audiobook, but I'm kind of getting tired. I'm trying not to do something that requires like thought or a lot of thinking when I'm listening to an audiobook because then I pay attention. I'm bored just sitting here. Like, not bored over the book at all. Just like bored because I have nothing to keep myself occupied kind of thing. And I like always have to have something to keep myself occupied. But like, it's like not a spoiler, but it is. Spoiler. Well, we're just gonna say it's a spoiler. I just got past the part of where Feyre pieced together that Baron's wife, the High King of Spring Court, I think. There's a lot of people introduced all at once, so I had to think. But the High King of, or High Lord of Spring Court's wife had an affair with the High Lord of the Day Court, Helion, and Feyre put together that the reason why Lucian's father and brothers treat him like shit, and why Eris didn't feel the need to kill Lucian, is because Lucian wasn't an heir to the Spring Court's throne, because he is Helion's son instead of Baron's. He is a product of that affair that went on for decades. Seen something else on Instagram that was like, since Sarah won't announce the next book, here's the rumor of the next one, like it was a joke. And it was a court ordered paternity test, and it was like, rumors of the next book releasing is gonna be about Lucian's lineage and everything. And the cover, and it was like cover art and title and everything. I'll probably see you tomorrow for final thoughts on the book, and then I guess we'll debate if I end the video after we're done Akavor or if I start another fantasy. But what is going on outside? I'm starting to tear up. That was so cute. Page 612 and 613. That's so... when they're all saying their like little... Oh my god, what is going on out there? All the... Look, my poor ducks are like, what the fuck is going on? They're all saying their little like... Before war. I gotta like physically read this. I read it. They're little like before war like prayers. Like it was so nice to know you guys. Like, hold on. Spoiler. Don't listen to me. Like, I mean, it's not really a spoiler, but if you haven't read this or up to this, don't participate. Everything happens for a reason, whether it is decided by the mother or the cauldron or some sort of tapestry of fate. I don't know. I don't really care, but I am grateful for it, whatever it is. Grateful that it brought you all into my life. If it hadn't, I might have become as awful as that prick we're gonna face today. If I had not met an Illyrian warrior in training, he said to Cassian, I would not have known the true depths of strength, of resilience, of honor, of loyalty. Rhys says to Azriel, if I had not met a shadow singer, I would not have known that it is the family you make, not the one you are born into, that matters. I would have not known what it is to truly hope, even when the world tells you to despair. Moore was already crying when Rhys spoke to her. If I had not met my cousin, I would never have learned the light can be found in the darkest of hells. The kindness can thrive even amongst cruelty. If I had not met a tiny monster who hoards jewels more fiercely than a fire drake, my own power would have consumed me long ago. And if I had not met my mate, I believe that everything happened... Oh, hold on. He said it down the bottom. I was looking at the quotes. He said, if I had not met my mate, I would have waited 500 more years for you, 1,000 years, and if this was all the time we were allowed to have, the wait was worth it. I believe that everything happened exactly the way it had to, so I could find you. And then he said to my sisters, we have not known each other for long, but I have to believe that you were brought here into our family for a reason too, and maybe today we'll find out why. I was about to say, Lucian has been MIA since he went to look for this missing queen, and then right when they needed him, Lucian popped up. I knew we could trust Lucian. And Miriam popped up, and they're saving... I'm gonna cry. That's so cute. shut up as soon as I saw the Prince of Merchants. I was like, oh my god, that's their dad. I was like, that's her dad. And Dragon just said, spoilers. The tear running down my face. He told me that he's got 3 daughters who live here, and that he failed them for many years, but he would not fail them this time. He named his 3 personal ships after them, the Feyre, the Elaine, and leading the charge against Highburn, flying over the waves, unyielding and without an ounce of fear, the Nesta. I have no words. That was a whirlwind. I started crying at certain parts, and then everything I was crying about magically fixed itself. Do I read the novella? Just to like end off this video, do I read the novella like tonight? More. I want more, and whoever her mystery, it needs to be a wife. I'm sorry, whoever her mystery wife is, they need a book. They at least need a novella. Or you see Lucian and Elaine's ending so bad. I just need to see them be together. Like, they kind of teased it, so I feel like there will be a book. They teased it at the end. And okay, final thoughts before finishing the video. Should I grab every book and talk to you guys about each of them one by one? This one is a solid, just like 3 stars. Obviously, this is what I envisioned how, if this series ended, this is what it would have ended with. This is like a perfect epilogue novel. To the stars who listen and to the dreams that are answered. I think that is the cutest quote ever. And wow, looking at all these books stacked together is actually quite crazy to think that I've read this all in a week. That's insane. To read all that in a week. Read like the last half of Daisy Jones and the Six. I'm not really going to talk about this because this doesn't entail the read fantasy books with me for a week thing. Obviously, this was I don't know why this would stay focused. 1,000,000 stars out of 1,000,000 stars. Like, I loved this book. Died with this book. Curse of the Wolf King by Tessonja Odette. This is the first book in the Entangled with Fae series. It is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, but with Fae magic and everything like that. And I don't even remember what I gave it. I think 4. Somehow landed our way into her. Court, Mist and Fury. We read from cover to cover in a day, and we gave this book a 5 stars. My soul, part of my soul died with Daisy Jones and the Six, and the other part, like, we're gonna split my soul into thirds. A third died with Daisy Jones and the Six. A third died with Court of Mist and Fury, and we all know, arguably more than a third died with the Court of Wings and Ruin. What we can say is that if you don't think you're gonna like fantasy, you're really picky about fantasy, you're really scared to get into the series because of how thick they are, do what I did. It helps a lot. Listen to the book while also just looking at it, but you can also like go about your day doing stuff. It doesn't make the book seem as long. I promise. Got into this baby that we finished today, technically yesterday, Sunday. Court of Wings and Ruin. I have so much, yet so little to say. We shed tears. I laughed. But this book I gave a wow out of 5 stars. I couldn't even give it. It didn't even fit in the spectrum. I literally just wrote wow in my reading journal because it felt wrong to give this anything less than a wow, okay? And then we finished off the night with A Court of Frost and Starlight. Honestly, it might be one of my favorite covers. I love it. And like I said before, solid 3 stars, really nice epilogue novel. Anyways, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to check out my 2023 bookshelf tour where you get to see all these lovely books. And it'll probably be up before this so that... words are hard at this point. Be sure to also check out my humongous book haul, where you will also see me haul all of these books because they are fairly new to my collection. And yeah, if you guys want to see more weekly reading vlogs like this of me reading a certain what? Oh my god, I didn't realize how tired I was until trying to speak right now. Read a certain genre of books, or as I mentioned, like reading the rainbow for a week, reading series for a week, something like that. Sure, let me know down below, or by giving this video a thumbs up, and I'll be sure to do that. And while you're down there, go ahead and click the subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.
1, 2, 3.